O Lord, I present before you the soul of Michael, your servant who once served you with all his heart. He prayed daily, fasted, and studied your word with diligence. His heart burned with love for you, and his lips constantly uttered your praise. But, O righteous judge, the day came when sorrow entered his home. His beloved wife, the woman he cherished, invested in, and raised in love, was taken from him by death. And from that day, his heart broke in silence. Night after night, he wept upon his bed, crying for mercy, seeking peace he could not find. In his search for peace, he turned not to your presence, O Lord, but to the pleasures of man. His friends advised him to take refuge in his passion, in football, and slowly he drifted away from the altar of prayer. The field became his sanctuary, the ball became his meditation, and the game his god. He did not bow to idols of stone, but he built one within his heart. O Ancient of Days, you alone know the secrets of the heart. The record of his life lies open before you. Shall we open the scroll and call forth the accuser?
Let the record be read, and let the truth be revealed.
He claimed to love you, yet his heart found comfort in the world. Let us see how he defends himself now.
Before you, O Lord of hosts, stands Michael, once a faithful servant in your vineyard. He was a man of prayer. Early at dawn, his voice lifted to heaven. He sought not fame, not wealth, but your presence. He shared your word, led others in devotion, and found joy in the scriptures. His home was filled with peace, his marriage a testimony of love rooted in faith. But then, tragedy came like a storm. His wife, his joy, his heart, his helper, fell sick and returned to dust. He wept bitterly. Every night he called upon you, but the silence grew heavier than his tears. He began to question why you took her. Yet, you never left him. You waited for him to return. To ease his pain, his friends advised him, saying, you must move on. Play football, distract your mind. Kilisan. He began to play football daily, not for sin, but to find comfort. But soon the field became his altar, and the cheering of men replaced the whisper of prayer. The Bible gathered dust. The prayer mat lay untouched. And when your spirit called, he said, later, Lord, I am busy. What began as therapy became his God. His time, his thoughts, his joy, all were given to a new master called football. Righteous judge of all, his works of old were pure, but his ending was clouded by another love. Yet, you alone know the secrets of man's heart. Shall his devotion of yesterday cover his neglect of today?
Let the man speak for himself, for by his words shall he be justified, and by his words condemned. Michael, son of dust, you once walked with me. You once called upon my name with devotion and fire, but your flame went out. Now speak. Why did you forsake your first love?
My Lord, my Maker, you know my heart. You know I loved you with everything in me. I served you with joy. I lived for you. But when my wife died, my heart broke beyond repair. Every night I cried until sleep carried my pain away. I could not breathe without her. I felt abandoned, empty, alone. I tried to pray, Lord. I truly did. But every time I knelt down, the tears drowned my words. My friends told me, play football. It will help you heal. So I went only to ease the pain, not to replace you. I didn't know. I didn't know I was slowly pushing you away. I just wanted to forget the pain. I said to myself, God understands. He knows I am suffering. I didn't know the game that healed my pain was also stealing my worship. Forgive me, Lord. I didn't mean to forsake you. I still believed in you. I never denied your name. I just became weak, wounded, distracted. Have mercy upon me, O God of compassion.
Mercy, huh? You call that devotion? You abandoned your altar and built a new one on the football field. You made time your God and called it therapy. You gave the field your worship, the crowd your praise, and the game your heart. You stopped praying, you stopped fasting, you stopped seeking the word, all because you lost what you loved, not who God loved. You had a chance to prove your faith through pain, but instead, you proved your weakness through pleasure. Now, let judgment speak. So this is the righteous man, who prayed every morning and called himself faithful, this one, who said God is my all until his wife was gone. Tell me, O Judge of heaven, where was his faith when sorrow knocked at his door? You were quick to pray when life smiled at you, but when death visited, you hid behind your football. Your altar grew cold, your Bible gathered dust. You gave your time to the field, your energy to the game, and your devotion to the crowd. You called it relief, but I called it worship. Did the scriptures not say, "You shall have no other gods before me"? Did the Lord not warn, "Love not the world, nor the things in the world"? But this man loved his comfort more than his Creator. He replaced his altar with a stadium. He replaced the word with the whistle. He replaced the spirit with spectators. And every time heaven called, he said, after the match, "Tell me, is that not rebellion?" Yes, he once prayed. Yes, he once loved you, but he ended his mind. For the one who endures to the end shall be saved. He did not endure. He bowed to another god, a god made of time and pleasure.
Enough. The record of his life has been spoken. His heart shall now be weighed upon the scales of truth. Before judgment is sealed, let mercy speak, for I delight not in the death of any soul.
Mercy. Again, you will always defend them, even when they choose the world over you.
The soul shall stand one last time, not to justify himself, but to hear the verdict of eternity. Michael, you served me faithfully in your early days. You prayed, you gave, you loved me with all your heart. You were a light among men. But when sorrow entered your home, you withdrew from me, the only one who could heal you. You sought comfort in creation, not in the Creator. You turned your pain into pleasure, and your pleasure into worship. Yet I watched you with mercy. I sent my spirit to call you, in your sleep, through my word, through your conscience, but you refused.
Lord, I was broken. I didn't mean to forsake you. I was only trying to breathe again.
And I was near to the broken-hearted, but you sought healing in the noise of men. You gave your time, your strength, your attention, to another love. Did I not say in my word, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind? Your love was divided. You allowed the game to become your God. You replaced prayer with pleasure, and devotion with distraction. But because your heart once burned for me, and because my Son has pleaded mercy on your behalf, your soul shall not perish in eternal fire. Yet, neither shall you walk among the faithful, who kept their lamp burning till the end. You shall rest in the place of waiting, until the final day of resurrection, when every soul shall receive according to his works.
Let all who live remember that anything taking the place of God is an idol, no matter how harmless it appears. He was not condemned to hell, nor welcomed to paradise, but kept in the chambers of waiting. For this is a warning to all. Distrogenal is deadlier than sin. When it takes the place of devotion, tell me what you learnt from this video in the comments section. Please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.